Hi everyone, it's Leslie and welcome to day 5 of our stuffed animal safari. I'm gonna be really quiet though because I just noticed that we have a visitor with us up in the trees. Can you find the leopard that's up there? A few days ago we talked about jaguars and leopards and the difference between the two, so let's see if you can remember what that difference is. We are looking for the elusive giraffe today. So I'm going to see what we can find. No, I don't think those are giraffes. I think giraffes are usually a little taller, but let's see what we can find. Oh my gosh, do you see one? Okay, I'm gonna park the safari car right over here and we'll go ahead and take a look at the world's largest mammal. All right, so like I said, the giraffe is the world's tallest mammal. They're so tall because they fill a really specific niche in the overall maintenance of all of the trees where they live. So they can access the really high twigs and browse, which are things that other animals can't reach. And so they can help trim the waistlines of trees that are getting really big, but they can also delay young trees from growing. And this helps to make sure that all of the foliage is multi-generational, which is really important for having a sustainable area that's got enough food to support all of these other animals. Giraffes eat about 75 pounds of foliage each day. That is a big meal. This here is a reticulated giraffe, and I can tell that because of its stripes, its spots. And when we look at them, they're fairly uniform in shape, and they're all outlined by this really bright cream-colored lining. And so that's a really easy way for us to identify a reticulated giraffe. They all have this very distinct pattern. Another subspecies of giraffe called the Maasai giraffe, they look very different. Their spots are all very different, all very unique, almost puzzle piece looking. And that white area that outlines all of those different spots is a little bit smaller. So we can tell different subspecies apart by looking at their different types of spots, different colors, and how thickly all of those spots are outlined. So again, this is a reticulated giraffe. They are considered vulnerable, which means that they're experiencing declines in their population. And this can be for a number of reasons. One of those includes habitat loss and habitat fragmentation. So as people in our civilization sort of expand, they are fragmenting or cutting up those large areas where lots of animals sort of roam together. And so by compartmentalizing the animals and sort of separating areas apart, it can be really hard for them to move around enough to find food in a safe way where they're not being exposed to the dangers that come with people as we are expanding. So that's one reason. And then of course, global climate change has effects on all animals in all areas all over the world. So keep in mind that our decisions that we make each day have a huge impact on animals, even though they might be far away. That is our giraffe, and we have come to the end of our safari. I would just like to thank everyone so much for joining us this week. We have had such a wonderful time learning about animal adaptations and habitats and diets and things like that. So thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you at the next Super Science series. We'll see you later.